how to turn the traditional insurance buying process upside down and gain greater leverage. In the past, you may have approached the renewal of your corporate insurance program and brought in competition to see if you can leverage the market for a better deal. In today's video, I'm going to challenge that traditional bidding process as totally ineffective and show you why you should pick your agent first and then let them pick the right insurance company. Let me start by saying that the traditional bidding process of introducing 2 or 3 brokers to shop your account goes back at least 40 years to a time when the insurance distribution system was much different than it is today. Back then, most good commercial insurance brokers only represented a handful of insurers, so it might have made sense to bring in 2 or 3 brokers to make sure that you were well represented in the marketplace. But 2 things have changed since then. The first is that there are far fewer insurance companies today writing mid-market commercial than there were 40 years ago. I was there, I know. And over that time, there's been massive consolidation in the number of insurance companies in the United States. The second thing that happened is that most good commercial brokers represent most all the same insurers left writing business insurance today. The distribution system has changed, and insurance company representation is not a point of differentiation between insurance brokers like it had been 40 years ago. If you're looking for options in the market, my suggestion is to first ask your existing broker. Now, if you're not wild about your broker or think you may have outgrown them, then maybe it's time to move on. But I don't recommend hiring 3 brokers to duke it out in the market for the lowest price and then buying from the one with the lowest deal. Here's why. First, you may end up with the wrong deal, meaning your coverage isn't going to be accurate. Second, you may end up with the wrong broker, meaning they don't have the capabilities to service you and your firm beyond just issuing certificates, changes, and answering billing questions. And lastly, you may be setting yourself up for failure down the road. The bottom line is that a professional athlete doesn't hire 3 agents to represent them in negotiating their contract with his or her team or to find a better team to play for if they're a free agent. They hire 1 agent because they know that 1 person has greater negotiating leverage than 3. And the same is true for insurance. Letting your account out to bid with 2 or 3 brokers is inefficient and ineffective, and here's why. First, multiple brokers will only confuse the market with multiple submissions to the same underwriters, often with different information and different levels of detail. This is a big turnoff for underwriters and leaves them scratching their heads over who has the right info and questioning the intent of the client. Is price the only thing that's important here, they'll ask? Multiple brokers usually only leads to more work for you. There's no one central authority to coordinate risk control visits, underwriting questions, or similar tasks. Does it really make sense to have you or your CFO answer the same question 3 or 4 times from multiple brokers? Third, if broker of record letters are introduced into the process, then everyone feels threatened and hurt and the process loses steam. Worse, your most trusted relationship with your current broker may be tested, if not broken. Fourth, at the end of the day, here's what's going to happen. You're going to get 3 different quotes or proposals. These documents will be several pages long. Some may be as long as 40 or 50 pages, filled with lots of technical insurance information you just don't understand. How are you going to know which one is right or best? It's not necessarily the one with the lowest price. Choose the wrong one and you put your business and your personal net worth at risk. Is there a better solution? There is, and it starts with hiring the right broker. It may be the broker you're currently using, it may not be. The biggest factor in my mind is trust. If you trust your current broker and you feel they have a process which fits your needs for customer service, risk control services, expertise, and after the sale follow-up, then great. Have a conversation with your broker, if they don't initiate it, about 120 days before your next renewal to talk about what market conditions are and what you should expect. Here's a hint. If your current broker isn't already doing that proactively and you have to start that conversation, you may have the wrong broker and just don't know it. If the market is hard and a large increase is anticipated, ask your broker. Does it make sense to go out to market and get alternate quotes? How are we going to do that? Do you like your insurer and don't expect a large increase? It may make sense to stay put. This is where an expert broker is a tremendous asset. Now, if you don't have a lot of trust or confidence in your current broker, it may make sense to find one that you can trust. I recommend asking your peers or your other professional advisors. Often, lawyers, CPAs, bankers, benefits brokers, and life insurance brokers will bring me into their clients on a recommendation or a request from a client. Now, I recommend interviewing more than one agent to make sure you end up with someone you're compatible with. You know they have the chops to get the job done, they have a great team behind them, and they have the tools, expertise, and resources to help you manage risk to reduce your future costs. I can confidently say that the Coyle Group fits that criteria for most middle market clients. Once you have the right broker, start early and discuss a renewal strategy. Outline your objectives and what you expect. Want to learn more about me and my firm? I'd love an opportunity to speak with you about your issues, your concerns, and your desired results. My contact info is coming up in a minute. Give me a call, drop me an email. I'd love to chat and see if we're a good fit for you and your situation. Thanks.